Ukrainian troops dropped several air bombs on the Russian headquarters in the village of Tetkino in the Kursk region, further destroying the sugar factory where enemy troops were hiding. This time the target was well known. Russian troops had once again set up headquarters in the building. The Ukrainian MiG-29 dropped several heavy AASM hammer bombs on the positions, causing the collapse of a large part of the production facility and some of the buildings that had survived the previous attacks. There is no more sugar factory. There is no more headquarters. There is no more Tetkino. Soon there will be no more Kursk region, but there will be Kursk People's Volost. Commented on the strike military expert Alexander Kovalenko, who published a video of the destruction on his Telegram channel. The facility has long been a priority target for Ukrainian pilots. According to Ukrainian military officials, the Russians have repeatedly moved their shelters to the surviving buildings of the destroyed sugar factory despite constant attacks. I stopped understanding the meaning of bombing this target 30 years ago. But the enemy continues to gather here, and our Cossacks continue to multiply them by 0. The Ukrainian military's Telegram channel Sonyashnik said in a message. According to the Ukrainian side, the cost of destruction has already gone beyond the horizon and restoration of the facility is impossible. Experts note that the Ukrainian army has sharply increased the use of aerial bombs against the enemy's front and rear in recent months. Tetkino has become one of the most destroyed settlements in the Kursk region as a result of these strikes. Recently, Ukrainian MiG-29 fighter jets carried out a successful strike on a Russian military crossing in temporarily occupied Zaporizhzhia region using 2 precision-guided bombs. According to reports, the strike targeted a temporary crossing constructed at the site of a previously destroyed bridge. The jet deployed 2 US-made GBU-62 bombs, which had been upgraded with JDAM-ER kits, technology that allows for GPS-guided precision and extended range. The use of such ammunition has become more effective due to the gradual destruction of Russian air defense systems, including Bucha surface-to-air missile systems by Ukrainian forces. The destroyed crossing was reportedly the only viable route on a high-quality asphalt road supplying Russian troops near the village of Kamianske, where heavy fighting has been ongoing since late June. Russian forces have recently managed to gain ground in the area, crossing dried-out sections of the Kakhovka reservoir and occupying parts of Kamianske and nearby villages such as Stepov and Lobkov. The JDAM system converts standard free-fall bombs into all-weather, precision-guided munitions using GPS and inertial navigation. The extended-range version includes a wing kit that allows the bomb to glide toward its target, increasing its range to over 72 kilometers when released from high altitude.
Keith Kellogg, the U.S. President Donald Trump's special representative, who is on an official visit in Ukraine, has visited training sites of Ukraine's National Guard troops, local media reported on Wednesday. According to Ukraine's Interior Ministry statement, accompanied by National Guard Commander Oleksandr Pivnenko, the U.S. delegation observed the training of Ukrainian guardsmen, examining their military equipment and the advanced technologies employed on the battlefield. The delegation was shown how tank and combat vehicle crews are trained, including simulator exercises, as well as demonstrations of drones and robotic systems, the ministry stated. According to the ministry's statement, retired General Kellogg commended the bravery of Ukrainian troops and the excellence of their training, highlighting that Ukraine's battlefield experience holds significant value for other nations' militaries. We are grateful to the USA for the constant assistance that enables our units to effectively defend the country. Ukraine defends its independence and freedom. Together with partners, we continue to develop our defense capabilities, said Commander Pivnenko. Earlier that day, General Kellogg visited a memorial dedicated to the children killed in Russia's war against Ukraine during his visit to Kiev. Keith Kellogg met President Volodymyr Zelenski in both one-on-one and expanded formats in Kyiv on July 14. His visit follows Donald Trump's announcement on Monday that the US would send more weapons to Ukraine and impose tariffs on Russia if there is no progress in peace talks within 50 days.
Many Russians, especially in Moscow, still do not fully sense that there is a war going on. Nevertheless, Ukraine could create an uncomfortable situation for the Russian population, elites and businesses that could force Kremlin leader Vladimir Putin to negotiate a ceasefire. The president of the Kiev International Institute of Sociology, professor of the National University of Kiev Mohila Academy, Vladimir Panayoto, in his column for Ukrainska Pravda, stated that such a step could be an almost complete cessation of flights from Moscow airports. He believes that after this, the Russian leadership will be subjected to greater pressure. Panayoto noted that assessments of the economic situation indicate that the daily lives of most Russians, especially the poor, have improved in 3 years. He is confident that under such conditions, Russians have no reason to pressure their leadership to end the war. Meanwhile, we can, with very small resources, create a very inconvenient situation for the population, elites and businesses of the Russian Federation by closing air travel from Moscow airports completely or almost completely, the sociologist shared. Panayoto said that the strategy for destabilizing Moscow's aviation infrastructure could involve targeted strikes on military facilities in the Moscow region without affecting civilian airports. He also suggested regularly creating conditions for stops, cancellations, or rescheduling flights in Russia. According to him, this would make air travel in the Russian Federation unpredictable and inconvenient. The sociologist emphasized that the main advantage of this strategy is that significant resources are only required for the first 2 weeks. According to him, the situation can then be maintained once a week and less frequently over time. The expert explained that the cheapest drones are needed to announce a carpet plan at Russian airports. He added that attack UAV simulators would also be suitable. Panayoto assured that after 3 to 4 weeks of implementing this strategy in the Russian Federation, there will be a sharp drop in demand for air travel. According to him, this will lead to political pressure on the Kremlin from the regions and a potential escalation of demands on the Russian government. The sociologist believes that Russia will suffer major economic losses because of this plan. However, the main effect is psychological. Panayoto is confident that the most influential Russian population living in Moscow will feel that the war has unpredictable and unpleasant consequences. The events are further fueling the Russian people's anger at President Vladimir Putin, who is continuing the war in Ukraine.